Barry, that Gold Medal Show. Today we're doing a weekly recap with me and the silent producer. And I'm gonna, after I finish up what I'm doing, send it straight over to him. He's got some goodies set up for us. Let's get right into it with some news. All right, Anvil on June 28th we'll be releasing a full length. It's been a while since we heard anything from Anvil. You know, one of the powerhouses of Canada, power metal and old school metal. I'm a fan of old Anvil. I feel like that's a band that never got their due, and I'm just glad those guys are still kicking it, man. All right, hail to Anvil. All right. Also, we had something that came up on my radar. You guys have that love for wrestling and metal. It's just a nice little mix, right? Over in Colorado, I'm sorry, it's another story with Colorado, but it's in Portland, Oregon. All right, we have this wrestling organization called Metal Mania. All right, and they fuse everything. You got your metal, you got your wrestling. While there's a live band playing in the showcase. They got the wrestling matches going on, and from what it looks like on some of the pictures, looks really cool, man. I would like to go and make sure to go and maybe see if they have any footage on YouTube or anything like that to check out this organization. I mean, you can't. It's just a cool mix, metal and wrestling. It's like metal and horror. It just seems to mix in some way somehow. All right. And what I was saying about Colorado, over in Colorado, the national park officers out there had an issue with a bear. I think there was a black bear that was like hanging out on a tree near a residence, and they were having an issue taking the bear down. So they thought it was a good idea. Maybe they tried to scare the bear away by playing some Black Sabbath, Iron Man. All right. Lo and behold, I guess that didn't do the work because the bear, I think, really enjoyed Ozzy's voice. From what I heard, it put the bear to sleep, knocked him out for a while, and in the evening time, he decided to get up and just go away. Now, my honest opinion, if they really wanted to scare the shit out the bear, maybe they should throw on some Mastodon. That would have really scared him. They would have ran away. All right. Then we're going off to, there was a topic about the Big Four. All right. And there's still debate about the Big Four, who should have been. You had Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax. And to be honest with you, even from during that time when they did the Big Four, Metallica, to me, is no longer, it was never a thrash band anymore. They stopped being a thrash band pretty much right after Justice for All. I don't think they should have been part of that lineup, to be honest with you. Testament, I think, should have been involved. I mean, to me, Testament is still taking the realms of being a thrash band. But then also, there's other things with that. I mean, they could have did an East Coast, West Coast Big Four. I feel like maybe on the east side of things, we could have probably had like Overkill, Anthrax, Nuclear Assault, a ton of other, great thrash bands from that time. And then the West, you had your Violence, Testament, Death Angel, Slayer, and so on, Exodus, slew of bands. But, everything's about money. And I guess Metallica is the big draw, so whatever. But tell me what you think. All right? Now we do have some metal bochinche. Okay? The Download Festival. Looks like they're having some problems over there. People have been getting the shits. Like, literally. People have just been, they've been eating the food over there in the Download Festival, and people have been getting some type of food poisoning. And it's just been, everybody's just been crazy with stomach pains and from what they said, they've been doing some investigations, and I think they found a couple of food trucks that might have had some something tainted or whatever. A lot of people ended up getting sick. So talk about getting the shits. And then we're going over to Phil DeMille, who is now he's playing guitar for Kerry King's band. He talked about why he quit Violence. And in not so many words, he just basically, I guess, the look of Violence wasn't the same anymore. He was actually one of the founding members, with Sean Killian. And basically now they got a lot of these new members in there. I don't know if it's the fact that they're younger members and they're bringing a different vibe to the band. But he said it just wasn't the same. And I guess that's pretty much what it is. He just wasn't feeling it no more. So, Sean Killian is basically the last original member in Violence. And, he did a little, Phil DeMille did that little interview that he wasn't trying to, give any negative feedback to it. But as an older person, you could just realize, yeah, it just wasn't his vibe. And now he's just off doing other things, man. Now he's doing Kerry King. I think there's something with Jamie Josta. And I guess he's going to go from there. All right, but that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to make sure to hand it over to the silent producer. I want to thank everybody who's been watching and supporting. Let's see what the silent producer has. Take it over, Rich.
Thanks, Barry. Here's some new purchases and new albums. So one of the first buys is Total Doom from Doom on Peaceville Records. This is a CD compilation with over 37 tracks. There's photos inside, liner notes. The tracks range from 1988 to 1989. Old school hardcore punk with elements of grind. An album that I had back in the 80s and it was borrowed and never given back. I got it again on CD, Subvert Survival from Autopsy. This is the 1989 debut, one of the originators of Death Doom. The CD reissue features 3 bonus tracks. On drums and vocals is the legendary Chris Reifert, and on bass is the session player Steve DiGiorgio. From HR Records, the reissue of Spectrum of Death from Morbid Saint, Death Thrash in a bicolor vinyl. Comes with a large free poster and black and white old school photos inside, lyrics, and here's a picture of the double colored vinyl. And from South Bend, Indiana is Necessary Death, a 5-song EP that features crusty Midwest death grind. This album was given to me by the guitarist at Maryland Death Fest, and it's definitely worth checking out. Finally, 2 pins from Hell's Headbangers, Gore Grind from Carcass, and Crossover Hardcore from Carnivore. The album of the week is re-recorded version of Schizophrenia from Cavalera. All the songs re-recorded with a bonus track and new artwork. Well done job. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Support the underground. And tune in this week for another episode of That Goat Metal Show.